The process of preparing an F-16 fighter jet for a combat mission is a complex and highly coordinated effort involving skilled ground crew and a meticulous procedure to ensure both safety and effectiveness. One of the most critical aspects of this preparation is the loading of bombs and other ordnance onto the aircraft. This operation is performed by an expert team of ground personnel known as armament or weapons loaders, who are tasked with arming the jet with precision-guided munitions, bombs, and missiles, depending on the mission's requirements. Before any bomb or weapon is loaded onto the F-16, the crew conducts a detailed inspection of both the aircraft and the munitions. The jet's pylons, the hard points on the wings where bombs and missiles are attached, are inspected for any signs of wear or damage that could interfere with a safe deployment. The munitions themselves are checked for proper functionality, ensuring that safety mechanisms are in place and that the bomb fuses are correctly configured. This preloading inspection is critical not only for the effectiveness of the munitions, but also for the safety of the ground crew and pilots. A malfunction in the arming process could result in a dangerous situation during flight, or even while still on the ground. Once the inspection is complete, the process of physically loading the bombs onto the F-16 begins. Ground crew members use specialized equipment such as bomb lifts or loaders to position the munitions directly under the aircraft's pylons. These machines are designed to safely elevate heavy bombs and other ordnance into place without causing damage to the aircraft or the munitions. Once positioned, the crew carefully secures the bombs to the pylons using mounting hardware. This step requires extreme precision, as even a small error could lead to the bomb not releasing properly during flight. After securing the bombs, the crew connects the necessary electrical and guidance systems to ensure that the pilot will have full control over the weapon's release and targeting capabilities. With the bombs securely loaded, the ground crew conducts a series of system checks to verify that all connections between the aircraft and the weapons are functioning correctly. This involves testing the aircraft's targeting systems and verifying communication between the cockpit and the ordnance. The pilot also runs a final pre-flight check to confirm that everything is ready for the mission. During this stage, ground personnel will arm the bombs, meaning they activate the fuses and any guidance systems required for the mission. This is usually done just before takeoff to minimize the time that live munitions are armed on the ground, ensuring maximum safety for both the crew and the pilot. Once the F-16 is fully armed and all systems are checked, the jet is ready to launch. The crew clears the area around the aircraft and the pilot taxis to the runway, ready for takeoff. At this point, the responsibility for the ordnance is transferred to the pilot, who will use the munitions during the mission as necessary. While the pilot may be the most visible part of any F-16 operation, the ground crew is an essential element of the mission's success. Their expertise and attention to detail ensure that the aircraft is armed correctly and that the weapons will function as intended when called upon. Without their tireless efforts, the F-16 would be unable to perform its vital role in air-to-ground combat operations. Loading bombs onto an F-16 fighter jet is a precise, highly coordinated process that requires a deep understanding of both the aircraft and the munitions. The ground crew's role is crucial in ensuring the success of a mission, from the moment the bombs are loaded until the jet takes off, armed and ready to engage the enemy. Before an F-16 fighter jet thunders down the runway and soars into the sky, a highly trained and coordinated ground crew performs a series of crucial tasks to ensure the aircraft is ready for its mission. These teams of specialists are responsible for everything from fueling the jet to checking its avionics and weapons systems. Their work happens quickly and efficiently, often under tight timelines, but with a focus on precision and safety. Here's a closer look at what goes on behind the scenes as the ground crew prepares an F-16 for takeoff. The preparation process begins with a thorough pre-flight inspection. This involves the ground crew checking every aspect of the F-16 to make sure it's ready to fly. Key elements of this inspection include an F-16 fighter jet prepared for a bombing mission undergoes a highly coordinated sequence of events involving both the ground crew and the pilot. The jet is equipped with precision-guided munitions, and the mission requires careful planning, from takeoff to executing the strike on the target. The preparation, takeoff, and flight are essential steps in ensuring a successful bombing operation. Step 1. Mission briefing and weapon loading. Before the jet even reaches the runway, the mission planning begins with a detailed briefing. The pilot and mission planners go over the target, flight route, potential threats, and the types of bombs or munitions to be deployed. The jet is often outfitted with precision-guided bombs, e.g. JDAMs, for accurate strikes on enemy positions, air-to-ground missiles such as the AGM-65 Maverick, designed for armored targets, ground crew specialists, known as armament technicians, then load the required bombs onto the F-16, ensuring all weapons are securely attached to the aircraft's pylons. They also check the connections between the cockpit and the munitions, ensuring the pilot can release them accurately during the mission. Step 2. Pre-flight checks and engine start. With the munitions in place, the ground crew begins the pre-flight checks. This involves inspecting the airframe and control surfaces for any signs of damage or wear. Step 3. En route to the target. Once airborne, the F-16 transitions into mission mode. The pilot engages navigation systems and begins following the predetermined route to the target area. During this phase, the aircraft's radar and electronic warfare systems are active, scanning for any potential threats such as enemy aircraft or surface-to-air missile SAM sites. The pilot may be flying alone or as part of a larger strike package, with other jets providing support, such as electronic jamming, air-to-air combat coverage, or additional bombing capability. Coordination with other aircraft and mission control is crucial for timing and situational awareness. Step 4. Target acquisition and bombing. As the F-16 approaches the target, the pilot switches to an attack mode. Using the jet's targeting systems, which can include advanced radar, infrared sensors, or a targeting pod like the AIQ-33 Sniper, the pilot acquires the target on the ground. If using precision-guided munitions such as JDAMs, the pilot will ensure that the coordinates are programmed into the bomb's guidance system. For laser-guided bombs, the pilot or a supporting aircraft will use a laser designator to paint the target, ensuring the bomb hits accurately. Once in the correct position, the pilot releases the bombs at the designated drop point. The munitions free fall, guided by GPS or laser technology, toward the target. After releasing the payload, the pilot maneuvers the jet away from the target area, avoiding potential ground fire or anti-aircraft systems. The return flight is often swift, and the pilot stays in communication with ground control or allied aircraft. Once out of danger, the jet flies back to the home base or a forward operating location. Throughout the mission, the ground crew monitors the aircraft's progress, standing by to assist with landing preparations. An F-16 bombing mission is a well-coordinated process that requires precision at every stage, from takeoff to bomb release and landing. The ground crew's expertise ensures the aircraft is fully prepared for the mission, while the pilot's skill and advanced avionics systems allow for accurate target engagement. Together, they form a team that delivers powerful and effective strikes, fulfilling critical objectives in modern air combat operations.